Just a quick video. This is about. I've made a video I think before about it. People aren't prepared for the storms we've had recently. Yeah, you could be going on your way on your travels or whatever, your journey to here, there, and everywhere. It could be a weekend, or you could be coming home from work or whatever. You're in your car, and you want a bit of wind, and a tree to blow down in front of you on the road you've got to go along. And it wouldn't be impossible for it to be a tree on both sides. What do you do then? What happens if you actually go down a little narrow lane or whatever, or you need to go down country lanes, and there's a tree across the road, and you turn around in a storm? We've had two storms well, we've had about a week and a half of storm, and flooding, or river flooded or whatever. Yeah, you'd have to stay in your car for, it could be 24 hours. How many people are prepared in that situation? We've had a week of it recently. We've got cars, the water's up virtually above the windows. Yeah, in some of these pictures in the paper, and it's like, how many people? It doesn't take, once the river bursts its banks, it doesn't take long for it to flood. I was almost in that situation. My car packed up with a cam belt on the dual carriageway, and the dual carriageway I was on flooded that night. The one lane flooded, and I had to sleep in my car in the flooded lane of the dual carriageway. Okay, so I live in my car, so I'm prepared for it. But I had a spare change of clothing. And where it happened, it was near facilities. But people aren't prepared. We could have snow between now and April. If the motorway got snowed under, which can happen, it can snow faster than the salt can actually melt the snow, which creates thick snow, and then you've got cars all over the hard shoulder, all parked up and deserted and whatever. Yeah, sometimes it's better just to stay in your car, because the services will be, or the snow plough, it will get there and be able to provide a way for you to get back in your car, or tow you out of the snowdrift or whatever. Yeah, sometimes it's just good to have a little portable, one of these little camping stoves. Cost about 20 quid, and a single little gas canister. Make sure it's secured properly, and in your car. So and just have 2 bottles of water, about 2 or 3 litres of water. Just keep them in your car all the time. They won't freeze, because you won't. Because for them to freeze, well, the would do, but they would actually thaw out. But it just means that you can have a cup of coffee if you got into a situation where the road was flooded and you couldn't get home. You'd be able to keep yourself warm. You need not. I tell you what, one of these thermal windscreen shields. One of them. They're great, keeping you warm. A couple of newspapers keeps your feet from getting cold, and a Tesco's carrier bag, one of those cream ones. Yeah, they keep your feet warm. But and a nice big coat. But too many people are not prepared for the eventuality, or for flooded rivers or snow where they can't get home. Too many people aren't prepared for that. If you look at any narrowboat videos on YouTube, or campervan videos, they show you how you get a little portable toilet for 90 quid, 100 quid. Which means sometimes, if you just really close the curtains, if you're even on the motorway, you may need to just go to the loo. But how many cars have actually got that facility with them? But it's only cost 100 quid down a camping shop and get a portable toilet, or a bucket if you had to. Just so that if you had to and you couldn't get the services, or you're on the motorway, or the road closed, or whatever, yeah, or you could have a 10-mile traffic jam. Just to have the basic facilities, a cup of coffee and access to a toilet. It's all there for less than about a couple of 100 quid, 250 quid. You can get your stove, your little toilet. You can get a little shower facility if you wanted to, fitted to your car. Everything is all there, but no one's prepared for it. And we're in storm weather at the moment. We have been for the last week and a half. We could have snow if it gets milder. and no one's prepared for the eventuality of it happening. But it's easy to do. Always keep a couple of changes of clothes in the boot. You just might need them. Couple of newspapers, two or three litres of water, fresh water, a jar of coffee, and a little camping stove, just to keep yourself warm, and a big heavy coat, a thermal windshield thing, and a Tesco's carrier bag, cream one. And you'll keep yourself warm if you had to sleep overnight in your car. If you run out of petrol, or lot of different things. Just preparing yourself for actually, if that was to ever happen. There you go. Take care. Adios.